And tonight at Yankee Stadium, the Red Sox can clinch the American League East for the third year in a row. The Red Sox have never done that. A game originally scheduled for 1 o'clock this afternoon moved to 7 p.m. and the weather is very nice indeed for Game 1 in the Bronx. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dave O'Brien. My partner, the Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Garen Austin along in just a couple of minutes. And Garen is also on champagne duty because if the Red Sox win any one of these 3 games here in the Bronx, they win the division, and Nathan Eovaldi goes tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Yankees do not want to see the Red Sox clinch, but there's 3 games here. I mean, the chances are it's a slam dunk. But you see what the lineup is. Their 3 best pitchers, Happ in particular, throwing the ball good. Severino isn't, but, they got to get him right before it's all over, and Tanaka's been fabulous. And you see what we've got tonight. Find out about Eovaldi. He hasn't really started for a while. Price has been doing his thing, and Erod threw great last time out. So this is 3-game matchup. They had just come off the Boston Massacre, if you think about it, last time. That's not that easy soon to forget that they lost 4 in a row. That was a season for them. They went from 5.5 out to 9.5 out, and you see it right now, 11.5. And they do not want to see the Red Sox celebrate.
That was devastating for the Yankees. And we'll take you back there because one of the heroes, and the Red Sox had many in that big sweep over New York at Fenway Park, was Andrew Benintendi. Remember that base hit up the middle that got through to score the game winner, and the Red Sox celebrated a 4-game sweep of the Bombers. By Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Amica, home life and auto insurance that always puts you first. The all-new 3-row Subaru Ascent featuring all-wheel drive. And by Exciting Games, tasty dining. Enjoy it all at Plain Ridge Park Casino. See how pretty a night it has become. Lots of rain here today in New York City. Looks like they made the right call because the game could not have been played at 1 o'clock this afternoon. There were torrential rains at that point here in New York, but just a beautiful night. Great to have you with us. Red Sox with an opportunity to clinch, and Mookie Betts is out of the lineup tonight. For more on that, let's toss it down to Garen.
Thanks, Opie. Well, Mookie Betts is out of the lineup tonight. Alex Cora was telling us that he was in the original lineup at 8 a.m., but due to the weather, they're going to stay away from him tonight. Before the game, Betts talked to reporters.
obviously I'm ready to play. You know, I want to go out there and help the team. You know, help the team win. But you know, I'll be ready when my name's in there. Like I said, everything's been great. So whenever my name's in there, I'll go out and play. I felt it more on the first one, and the second one was kind of a, you know, my body didn't really let me throw or whatnot. I guess it's kind of protecting itself. So it turns out everything's, you know, good, and you know, I'll be ready to go.
Betts said this is nothing like what he experienced earlier in the season, and he expects to be back in the lineup very soon. OB?
All right, Garen, thank you very much. Not in there tonight, although the weather's just perfect, and it is pretty dry out there, but obviously the Red Sox don't want to take any chances. And Ian Kinsler will lead things off here in just a moment. Here's a look at the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Kinsler out of that top spot, hitting .249. Steve Pearce is at first. He has great numbers against Happ. J.D. Martinez in right, Xander Bogaerts at short. The DH, Eduardo Nunez, getting his return to the lineup. Brandon Phillips with a start at third base, batting out of the sixth spot. Brock Holtz in left, Christian Vasquez catching, and Jackie Bradley's in center field. And batting ninth against the left-hander Jay Happ, 16-6, a 3.75 ERA. He was acquired from Toronto in July, and he has not lost as a Yankee. He is 6-0 for New York.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Yankees defense tonight. They are 9th in the American League in defense. Around the infield, third to first, Miguel Andujar. At shortstop is Didi Gregorius. Gleyber Torres at second, Neil Walker at first. Out in the outfield, Andrew McCutchen in left. Aaron Hicks in center, Aaron Judge in right. Behind the plate, Gary Sanchez catching Jay Happ.
Here are the umpires tonight, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Chad Fairchild behind the plate, Chris Guccione, Kerwin Danley, and Mike Estabrook on the bases this evening. We're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Compra2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV. And the all-important weather, just beautiful here. 72 degrees, partly cloudy skies. As you can see, no rain in the forecast, as the Red Sox attempt to clinch the American League East for the third year in a row. Some with the organization weren't very happy about the timing of this morning's decision to move the game from 1 to 7. The Red Sox were already in traffic on the team bus in Midtown Manhattan when they got word.
Interrupted our day a little bit, right? I met you downstairs, and then
yes,
so much for that. Went right straight back upstairs and
took a nap.
Yes.
9:30 this morning. Ian Kinsler lead it off, 249 with 14 home runs. Steve Pearce to follow, and then J.D. Martinez. Happ's been a very tough customer. High fly to right center field, and Hicks moving over along with Judge, and Hicks will make the play. Judge in the outfield and will bat for the first time since late July.
Boy, you know they missed him, but you got to wonder. You just got to wonder with that wrist how much they're going to be. He's going to be himself.
Coming back from that chip fracture in the right wrist. Some thought he might miss the rest of the season, but he's back in there tonight. Here's Steve Pearce. He's got some numbers against this guy, against Happ. 10 for 28, 5 home runs.
Man, that's serious. He's got some numbers that'll just jump out at you. Left-handed pitchers in particular, he wears out. Happ being one of them.
A key matchup presented by Sullivan Tire and Complete Auto Service. Always here to get you there. Closer look at those numbers, which includes 12 runs batted in against the left-hander. Happ's really been their best pitcher.
He really has, and the guy is incredible to me. He throws fastballs. I mean, it's not like he throws high 90s. He throws fastballs 75% of the time. They're not all four-seamers, but it's all hard.
4.
That's ball 4 straight. So he wanted nothing to do with Pearce there. However, that brings up J.D. Martinez with a runner aboard. The Yankees have won all but one of Happ's 8 starts, so he's been money for them.
Yeah, that's a great move by them to get him from Toronto. They got Lance Lynn from Minnesota. He's been so-so.
Happ a free agent after the season. I think if the Red Sox were to name, their public enemies, he would be in the conversation.
That's why he's probably in the conversation for their wild card game, Jay Happ.
Oh, yeah. Tonight's number one player brought to you by Harbor One Bank, ranked number one bank in Massachusetts. Major League RBI leaders against the Yankees this season. Well, JD's number one with 15. Benintendi and Betts on that list as well. One down and one on.
Trying to get that ball inside, left it up, out, over, but it was a strike. I couldn't help it. I thought he was going to hit a home run on that pitch, and I said I didn't get it out fast enough. How many home runs do you think J.D. Martinez would have hit in this ballpark this year?
My.
Seriously.
We got 41 now.
All the balls the other way.
Yeah, to right field that were flyouts at Fenway. He pops this one up, drifting out Torres. Judge coming on. And 2 down. In front of Xander Bogaerts. Now the Red Sox coming in with 103 wins, 47 losses, and a victory tonight would also give the Red Sox 50 road wins. They already have 54 home wins. The Red Sox have never in their history won 50 on the road and 50 at home. We're talking a lot of history with the Red Sox of 2018.
We've watched it all year long together. It's been a pleasure.
It certainly has been. Remarkable.
I can't help but think about Bogey hitting his first big league home run here. It was a blast on a Saturday afternoon. Remember? He must have hit it close to 440 easy.
Absolutely crushed it. Out to left center. He's hit 21 home runs and driven in 94.
Ball.
Xander last 32 games really locked in a .336 average. And Happ with the 1-0.
Finally we get something other than a fastball. High changeup.
Mookie's sitting it out.
I'm just glad it wasn't an oblique. The first time it scared me when it happened to him, and then the other day.
He seemed a little bothered by the fact he wasn't in the lineup, didn't he?
Yeah. Surprise to you, wouldn't it? That he's not. First of all, he's hurt, and you're going to give him a day, but we saw the throw that was kind of shocking. I don't know if it was the fact that he threw it so soft. First of all, I don't think he thought the runner was going, to be honest with you. I really don't, because he threw it so easy, but it's funny that it sort of grabbed him right there on that.
1-2 on the way. And he went chasing up and out of the zone. Strike 3. 1 man left. Here the first inning, no score. Andrew McCutcheon leading things off. Then Judge back in there. Gregorius is short. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH. Aaron Hickson center. Andujar at third base with Sanchez doing the catching. Walker at first. And Gleyber Torres at third base batting ninth against Nathan Eovaldi. Red Sox starter presented by New England Audi dealers. 5-7. ERA of 4.22. Former Yankee, who typically has pitched very well in this ballpark. 10-5 at Yankee Stadium. And had a great outing against them in August. He's trying to get back to that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Eovaldi came out of the bullpen last time against Toronto. I thought, he gave up a couple runs, but I thought he threw the ball good. You were just thinking about what he'd be like out of the bullpen, and he showed me something in that outing.
McCutcheon, relatively new to the Yankees here this season. 5-time All-Star. Made his Yankee debut on September 1st. He was acquired from San Francisco on August 31. And a 2-1. Ricochet foul off of Vasquez doing the catching. Well, that fastball at 99.
Yeah, that sort of lights it up as usual. We know that's not the problem. His problem is not velocity. This guy can get it up there. You saw 99 miles an hour. I mean, that's him. And he fell in love with that cutter, but we loved it too because he pitched so well the first 2 times out. But got to throw that split finger a little bit more. If he goes to the bullpen, it's going to be a 2-pitch pitcher anyway.
Well, tonight his first start since September 3rd at Atlanta. And a cut and a miss. Down he goes. That was 99 as well to Fan McCutcheon. So 1 away. And here comes Judge.
Here he comes.
They welcome him back to the batter's box. He did play a couple of innings in the field on Friday when he was reinstated from the DL. But batting tonight for the first time since July 26th when he was drilled by a pitch on the wrist.
No, that's out.
Nobody really quite knew what was he going to back up that rookie season with, and I tell you what, he backed it up pretty well to the point, until July 26th. You see the numbers.
He suffered a chip fracture on that wrist. Line drive. Here comes Martinez to make the catch. 2 down.
Yeah, the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Red Sox are second in the American League in defense. Today, round third to first. Brandon Phillips tonight at third. Xander Bogaerts at short. Ian Kinsler at second. Steve Pearce at first. Around the outfield, Brock Holt tonight in left. Jackie Bradley Jr. in center. J.D. Martinez in right. Behind the plate, Christian Vasquez catching Nathan Eovaldi.
That'll send up D.D. Gregorius at 270, 26 home runs. He's driven in 84. Another guy who was hurt for a spell. He missed about 16 games with a heel injury near the end of August.
That's in.
Boy, you thought this guy was the MVP out of the gate, huh? In April, just lighting it up. Came back to normal. Sooner or later, he couldn't keep doing that.
He's already set career highs in home runs and in runs scored. Another fine year for him despite the injury. Busted bat. Kinsler, tough play, shovels it, gets him. Nicely done by Ian Kinsler right out of the glove, and they go 1-2-3. Happen 8 starts with the Yankees, 6-0. Tough to hit, 220 batting average against him. First man in this inning, Eduardo Nunez returning to the lineup. And has hit safely in 4 consecutive games. Before that sore knee got him, and that one's pop foul back out of play. He's been resting a little here in recent days. Back in there is the DH tonight.
He plays right into this offense, this new offense, really, for the most part this year. So aggressive.
Boy, you're right. He does not wait around.
No.
He is not interested in ball 4. He wants to swing the bat and hit it hard. And until that knee flared up, he was doing a lot of that. Former Yankee, 333 in his last 10 games against the Yankees. Brandon Phillips on deck, and then Brock Holt.
Got worried about him again with that knee, didn't you? It was kind of a funky play. Just you know, running down the first base line, kind of stutter stepped and went down.
Yeah, it was very awkward.
Yes.
He was fearing a collision, so he tried to kind of pull up a little bit. 1-2. And a swing and a miss. And that'll be strike 3. So second K in the book for Happ.
Yeah, head to NESN.com to get all the latest news, highlights, and info from the Bruins' trip to China. NESN will have the last 2 preseason games before they drop the puck October 3rd against the reigning Stanley Cup champions, the Washington Capitals. NESN, the home of the Boston Bruins.
Brandon Phillips getting a start tonight at third. Made his Red Sox debut on September 5th in Atlanta, and that afternoon hit a game-winning home run in the 9th inning. Became the first player in Sox history with a game-winning homer in the 9th or later in his club debut. That is the way to introduce yourself to Red Sox Nation.
That was a back-legged home run, wasn't it? Right out of the book.
They leaned back on it.
No, he didn't.
He's got 3 home runs off Happ. Must have seen him in the National League several years ago.
And pretty good numbers, 8 for 20. Brock Holt on deck.
Well, that fastball, it plays bigger than 93, doesn't it? A lot of swings and misses early so far.
No.
Thought about it,
There
but he
you go.
stayed away. They did appeal, but Guccione says no swing. 2-2.
It must look so good, they just can't catch up.
Happ 7-4 against the Red Sox in his career with a 2.98 ERA. Of course, most of that with Toronto.
No. Go.
And he did swing, according to Guccione on this one, so the count from 2-2 to strike 3. And down goes Phillips. Back-to-back Ks by Happ, and he's whiffed 3 in a row. And it'll send up Brock Holt. Brock had a heck of a week. And getting the nod tonight to start in left field.
I thought he might get player of the week for those 3 at-bats. I mean, you think about it. Teperi hit the 3-run home run late in that game, game winner. The double off the wall that Saturday game against the Mets, and then Sunday he juices DeGrom, which was a shocker.
And he crushed that ball.
Yes. You know, DeGrom went to sleep on him. And he can get to a fastball.
Well, Happ is trying to strike out the side. Here comes the 0-2. Base is empty. 2 down, no score here in the second. And he missed high with that one at 93.
Since he's been with the Yankees, left-handed hitters are 3 for 33 off of him. I saw a 91. I said, that's not all year now. There you go.
Base hit into right field. Red Sox have their first knock tonight. Brock Holt staying very hot, and he's aboard with 2 down. Right in front of Christian Vasquez, catching tonight. Hitting .214 with 3 home runs.
To me, the biggest play of that game, not necessarily the home run by Holt off of DeGrom. It was a hit and run by Vasquez with Devers at first. Shocked the world. First pitch, base hit to right.
You don't see many hit and runs anymore in baseball, but that was perfection.
And this is the guy you want to do it with. Alex Cora hasn't done much wrong this year, to say the least.
Two down, a man aboard. Vasquez 4 for 14 against Happ. So he's had a little success against him. Jackie Bradley would be next. And he lifted up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Game 2 of the 3-game series tomorrow evening at 7:05. That's David Price against Severino. And then on Thursday at 7 o'clock, Eduardo Rodriguez against Masahiro Tanaka.
See what kind of Severino we get tomorrow night.
Yeah.
He's been scuffling.
Does have 17 wins. David Price with 15.
Boy, he was lights out the start of the season. I mean, incredible. Hasn't really been the same pitcher. Not so bad against the Twins. See only the 1 run, but before that, whew, a lot of home runs.
And several occasions where the Red Sox have really knocked him around. 2-1. Hitters count for Christian Vasquez. Happ did walk a man in the first inning. That was Steve Pearce. That was on 4 straight pitches, but got the next 2 men. He struck out the first 2 in this inning. A base hit by Brock Holt. And now the 3-1 to Vasquez.
Don't get too big here. Boy, he wanted to hit, 3-1. Knows what he's going to get. Ball's up a little bit. Little cross seamer up and away, and he's behind it. Kind of a weird swing for a 3-1 pitch.
Now Brock Holt will take off here with 2 down, 3-2.
Ball 4.
And walked him. So Sox have runners at first and second for Jackie Bradley with 2 down.
Follow the race on postseason on MLB.tv for $25.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game, plus get a free subscription to MLB at Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Jackie will climb in 232, 12 homers. He's driven in 57. And a couple of RBIs in the Mets series. Red Sox taking 2 out of 3 from the Mets. Syndergaard and DeGrom are both very, very good. But the Red Sox won the game on Sunday despite an excellent performance by DeGrom and a big swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch. A slider at 84 got by him.
You still wonder about that 3-run home run, or it was a double as it turns out. I bet you would have put the ranch on that, huh? For being a home run. I think everybody thought that was a home run.
Sure, I would have. Thought it was when it left the bat, actually. Kinsler on deck. Runners at first and second. And a broken bat ground ball that Torres will gobble up to retire the side, so nothing comes of that threat. 2 left. Sports, the official batting glove of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Digital Federal Credit Union, what can DCU save you? Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees, that's transparency. And by Citizens Bank, visit citizensbank.com. No score at Yankee Stadium. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH, will lead things off. 265 with 34 homers. Only 89 runs batted in. This has the whiff of a mildly disappointing season.
Yeah, I wonder how they really feel about this season for him. 199 punch-outs right now. I wonder if he knows his next one is 200.
I would bet yes.
You think?
In baseball, only Yoan Moncada has struck out more often. 201.
They've got to be disappointed, I think. But, you know, tough first year here in New York. Not an easy place to play, obviously.
Little dribbler. Baldy will get to that. One man gone. Let's toss it down to Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Well, very unusual day. I talked to several reporters in the clubhouse, and they said they've never seen anything like it, where a day game gets pushed back to a night game. Now, Alex Cora was telling us there was a lot of communication last night about pushing this game back, or perhaps playing a doubleheader on Wednesday. The decision was made about 8 a.m. and the official announcement came about 9:30. I talked to several guys in the clubhouse, and they said it was kind of unusual. They were on their way to the ballpark, and they just turned the bus around, so they were able to get naps. But guys, a large group was here at 8 a.m. Some stayed. Jason Varitek, Dustin Pedroia, no surprise, and pitching coach Dana Levangie.
All right, Guerin, thank you very much. Of course, none of those guys playing in the game, so they're, you know, they could kick around here. Everyone else wanted to get a little rest if they could. As Hicks bats here.
Can't just bebop back into Manhattan. That's a big, you know, it's not a little drive. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. I think somebody said it took about a half an hour to turn the bus around and get back to the hotel from where they had already ventured out to before they got the official word. Little floater into right field. Martinez coming on. It's going to dunk down for a base hit. So Aaron Hicks is on. Sounded like he busted his bat, but he has the first hit of the night for the Yankees. Time now for our Dunkin' Donuts poll question. Which team would win a wild card game between the Yankees and the A's? Pretty good race going on right now. Text 1 for Yankees and 2 for A's. Text your answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. One message per vote.
Well, we're going to find out. But where is it going to be?
Where is it going to be?
That's the question.
And that's where the Red Sox have a large say, because they'll meet the Yankees here 6 times in these last 2 weeks and have a chance to drive them all the way out to Oakland to play that wild card game. We certainly have a say in it. Here's Andujar now, 298, 24 homers, 83 runs batted in. Wailing away, and he'll pop that one into right. Plenty of time for J.D. Martinez for the second out.
Yeah, tune in tonight to Nesson's news coverage to get a recap of week 2 around the NFL and a look ahead as the Patriots take on the Lions in Detroit. Nesson's coverage of the NFL regular season is brought to you by Cross Insurance, where security meets strength.
Now Gary Sanchez will be next. With a runner at first, 2 down, no score. Sanchez hitting just 188. He's had a fascinating season.
Yeah, you talk about losing Judge. This is a big loss. You see the numbers there. The average is as bad as it gets here in New York.
Missed a lot of time to a groin injury, and since coming back, he's 9 for 47. That's over 13 games. Big power, 16 home runs. And Eovaldi with a man on.
If you can get a catcher that swings the bat like Sanchez can, not necessarily this year. I mean, I thought this guy was going to be absolute superstar. It remains to be seen, but catching defensively, he's just not the guy. I mean, maybe he'll get better.
Seemed to be an awful lot of cross-ups between Sanchez and whoever's pitching for the Yankees. That's been going on for a couple of years, but you're right about the power. Hit his 69th home run in 251 games. That's tied for the 3rd most home runs through 251 games in baseball history.
I mean, that was awesome. I mean, this guy almost won Rookie of the Year in about 2 months.
Two and one.
Boy, he wears out David Price too, doesn't he? I think he's got 4 home runs off him, 11 at bats, something crazy. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll check that out tomorrow.
Two down, a man on. Loop that one the other way, but a foul ball. Eovaldi had a great outing against the Yankees on August 4th.
Man, we were so excited about him. Back-to-back starts, what, 15 innings out of the gate with the Red Sox? I mean, my goodness.
And he dominated the Yankees at Fenway. Went 8 scoreless innings. He allowed 3 hits.
Cruising.
Sox would win the game 4-1.
Fastball cutter. That's what we've seen tonight.
Trying to put away Sanchez here in a 2-2. And he does. He got him hacking on 97. 1 man left. Go to aceticket.com right now. Sox on the road and then at home for the last week of the regular season against Baltimore and these Yankees. Hard to believe the Red Sox are not done with the Orioles.
Oh, they're done with the Orioles.
I know what
they
you
finished them off, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to.
Red Sox are 14-2 against the Birds.
Oh, my goodness.
3 more still to go with them. Baltimore's lost 107.
What's that road record again?
Oh, that road record is not too good, Eck. It's 17-58 for Baltimore. Kinsler flies a foul. He is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Pierce and Martinez to follow. Against the left-hander Jay Happ. Happ's the guy I'm sure you recall Mookie Betts got for that 13-pitch grand slam.
Yeah, he partied all over him.
Pop back toward the netting, but over and into the seats.
That was a moment, and that was great. Wasn't it?
That was some moment.
It really was.
You think about the signature moments of 2018, and when a team has won 103 games, there are a lot of them.
Yeah, there are.
But that one is right at the top. Incredible. And Happ was so classy afterwards. He said, look, that was a great at bat. He got me. I tip my cap to him.
Yeah, Happ is amazing to me. As many fastballs as he throws, you know, we talked about it. He doesn't throw fastballs down. He throws above your swing. And in this day and age, that plays, you know, all over that launch.
Sure. Get underneath that launch angle.
Because that's not ultra gas. Does that mean 93, right? It's not like Vivaldi cheese.
1-2. That one hammered for a base hit into left field. So Kinsler taking a wide turn. He's got himself a single. Now that's the key. Get underneath that high one and rip it.
I think he got a breaking ball. I was busy thinking about something else, but I think it was a breaking ball. And then his nemesis is up right now.
And Pierce took a walk in the first inning, but 357 with 5 home runs against Jay Happ in his career. JD Martinez on deck. It's a balk. Played umpire Fairchild saying a balk, so Kinsler down to second.
What happened? Did he not stop? What's going on? It's pretty clear.
So the Sox will demand in scoring position for Pierce, who's driven in 37 runs.
Well, it was clear to them. I got the replay there, and he must have just flinched or something.
Yeah, we heard Fairchild explaining it a little bit off mic there to Aaron Boone. He did not come to a complete stop. Mile high pop-up foul off third, and that'll drift out of play. We were talking about the Mookie Betts grand slam, one of the great moments of what has been a sensational year.
This was great. The 13th pitch, fastball down, and he knew it. Look at him. Look at him. You never see this. He was psyched. And this isn't the 9th inning now. This is early. This might have been the 5th inning. But everybody went nuts, including us.
And a 1-1 well outside on Pierce. Well, those big moments don't have to come in the 8th or 9th inning all the time, do they? You can win a ball game in the 4th and the 5th.
But isn't it great to see emotion? I mean, as a pitcher, I can't say anything about that after 13 pitches. I'm going to be upset because he showed me up, please.
Yeah, I don't think that ever entered anybody's discussion about Mookie Betts.
No.
It wasn't showing anybody up. It was a case of a guy celebrating, who typically is going to put his head down and round the bases, but that was amazing.
What if it was a solo shot, 13, and you did something like that?
I don't think you do that.
I know.
Solo
But you
shot,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't think Mookie
Why are
does
you
that.
so happy? Because
Why are you so happy?
you're too happy for me.
If you're going to be happy there.
Yes.
That at bat and 4 RBIs.
But to see the emotion from a great player, because you know he's too cool for school. Most of the time, he doesn't get affected by anything. It's hard to get a rise out of him.
He almost fell down.
He
And to
did.
catch him, I thought it was a great athletic move just to stay on his feet. 2-2 on Pierce. Nobody out. Runner at second. He'll take it in. Well, he gets a good look at Happ.
Yeah, he doesn't even flinch. I mean, he doesn't even move. That ball's inside. He saw it all the way. This is a slider, cutter, whatever you want. That thing could have hit him in the thigh. He wouldn't have bothered him.
And he's walked him again. He's walked 3 men in a game and Pierce twice.
Yeah, Red Sox season ticket plans for 2019 are on sale now, including half season and 20 game plans. For more information, go to redsox.com/season tickets or call 877 Red Sox 9.
JD 0 for 1. He's flied to right. Opportunity to do damage here in a 0-0 game in the Bronx. He's been very tough on the Yankees. Go back to the start of 2015. He's played 26 games against them. He's hitting .365.
And Happ can give up some home runs now. He's given up 8 home runs just in the short time he's been with the Yankees, 25 overall. Good time for a 3-run Johnson right here.
Kinsler at second and Pierce on at first. Here's the 0-1.
That's in.
1 ball, 1 strike. Xander Bogaerts waiting on deck. Red Sox last couple of innings putting some pressure on Happ. Left 2 men last inning. Base hit and a walk. No one scored. That one gets away. Now they'll go all the way to the backstop. Runners will advance to second and third.
Boy, that just like hit an ejector button. I mean, what happened here?
It's a pass ball.
This ball cut. He's sitting outside Sanchez, and the ball cut. It's a 91 mile an hour cutter. Look at that ball cut. I mean, I'm trying to give Sanchez a break here. That ball really, really cut. He's looking for a pitch down and away, fastball, and it cuts, and he clanks it. Not an easy ball to catch, right? When you're looking for a cross seamer, the ball cut. I don't know.
I suppose. I don't think it's out of the ordinary for him. Well, golden chance here for Martinez, who has 122 runs batted in.
I mean, you get a guy on third base and you're a curveball pitcher, say like Sonny Gray or something. You got to be afraid to throw a curveball in the dirt.
Of course, Romine is a reliable defender. You've got a choice to make. You know, if you play a wild card game where it's do or die.
Well, this guy's easier to catch, wouldn't you think, than somebody like Severino?
Yeah, I'm talking about who you catch.
Oh, yeah.
In that situation where a pass ball like that could cost you a ball game.
Your season.
Sanchez, you know, can obviously destroy a fastball, and he can hit you that 3-run homer to bail you out. But what about the defensive side?
Scared me to death.
Nobody out. Second and third. And a high fly to right. Judge moving over near the line. Kinsler back to tag. Here comes the throw, and they're going to cut it. The run scores, and scampering down to third is Pierce, and the Red Sox have the lead on a 123rd RBI of the season for JD Martinez.
Very effective out right there. He gets himself an RBI, moves both the runners. I was going to say, Judge has a great arm, but forget about it. This is a cross-seam fastball middle. It's a weak fly ball to right field, and Judge isn't really in great position going that way, lining it up. That's a long throw. There's no chance at the plate, but runner goes as Pierce goes to third base.
And the Red Sox on the board on a night they can clinch the division. Here comes Xander Bogaerts with the infield in. He struck out first inning. Pierce at third with one away. So the pass ball hurt.
May hurt some more.
Could. Xander with 94 RBIs, career high for him, and trying to bring in the second run in the inning here in the third. Floats that one to center field, charging in Hicks, and he'll make the catch. Pierce is going to bluff, but the throw comes in. He's going to hold at third base. So no chance to score it. This wasn't hit deep enough.
Yeah, it wasn't hit deep enough, and Hicks has got a great arm. He is a good center fielder with a great arm.
So two down. The infield can back up now with Eduardo Nunez due up.
We saw Hicks throw out Nunez. Remember at third base last year? It was a big play, but this ball is just not far enough in center field. I don't think you run on most center fielders on this play. But you see the arm, it's there.
Eduardo struck out in the second inning. He is 0 for 1 tonight. Oh, 1. He won't chase. Red Sox leading the Yankees by 11.5 games, their largest lead since 2007. They've not had a larger lead in the division since 1995. High fly center field. Hicks backing up with plenty of room. He's there to make the catch. So the Red Sox with a bit of a squander there. They settle for the 1-0. cancer isn't their dream, it's their job. BIDMC is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Last half of the third inning, Red Sox had 1-0.
The split finger there from Valdi. One of the first, I think.
Neil Walker, 218. 9 home runs. He'll be followed by Torres and then McCutchen.
You know, Walker with the 9 home runs. They've got 10 guys with over 10 home runs. He could be the 11th. They've got 241 on the year. Boy, they can hit some jacks, I'll tell you.
Torres next. He's at 23.
Boy, those two kids, I don't know where they'd be without them.
Well, they have both had impressive years. And he'll miss away. 3 balls and a strike.
2-1 split finger, not even close. Walker, a dead fastball hitter. This thing kind of slips out.
Red Sox with an overshift around to the right on Walker.
Ball.
And he walks him. First one issued by Valdi, but this one leads off the third inning.
Catch a condensed 2-hour version of Red Sox game at midnight in Sox and 2. Sox and 2 is brought to you by Cumberland Farms, where you can get an iced coffee for 99 cents anytime, any size.
Gleyber Torres, third baseman, 279, 23 homers. He's driven in 71. Hit a 2-run homer on September 7th at Seattle, his 100th. He's not quite 22 years old. And already 100 home runs.
No, that's down.
The homer at 21 years, 268 days, and he became the 4th youngest Yankee to get to that milestone behind Mickey Mantle, Ben Chapman, and Joe DiMaggio.
Bad water, huh?
Bad
What up?
water.
No, good water.
Good
They put
water.
it
It's going in the
thing.
bucket. Yeah.
Trip me up.
Seen too much water here in New York. That'll be in there for a strike on Torres.
Well, he throws 98 like it's nothing, doesn't he? Just you wonder who's going to win that thing, huh? Ohtani's going to win that Rookie of the Year. Telling you.
1-1 on the way, and 2 balls and 1 strike. Be fascinating to see what eventually becomes of him, because of course he's got to have Tommy John.
So you have Tommy John, you could still hit because it's his other. He's left-handed.
Yeah.
Right. But still.
And he can really hit.
Yes, he can hit. His OPS is over 900. I mean,
I saw that. Have all these 2-1.
Ball, no.
Looked like he swung the bat though, and
Yeah.
he did. First base umpire agreed. Guccione rung him up on that. 2-2.
don't miss that now. I was going to say I got to have this pitch. It was a little outside, but you got to have the swing. Yes.
No doubt.
You don't see a lot. I don't know if that was a cutter or a slider.
2 Ks so far for Eovaldi. Looking for another one here. And fouled away.
When in doubt, just throw that hair.
You know, we were talking earlier about the decision this morning, which seemed to come a little bit late. Some in the organization felt it was a little bit late. Red Sox had already gotten out of bed. They got dressed. They got on the bus. I'll tell you who it didn't seem to matter to at all were the players. Because we were in the lobby watching the players come off the bus. They were totally nonplussed about it. They
Are you kidding me? They're like in a
They could have cared
zone.
less.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a mission they've been on.
It's like, okay, game's at 7 now. We'll see you a little later. I find that very impressive.
Yeah,
you
there's
see
no
one player complain about it.
There's no squawking going on. This mission starts tonight. They're trying to clinch this thing. Totally focused.
Locked in.
There's nothing like it. There's nothing like seeing a team like this.
Talk about locked in. When he's on the hill, Chris Sale, he was playing catch in the hallway in front of the Red Sox clubhouse late this afternoon.
Right.
You didn't want to go into the hallway to get in the way of that.
And the glove sounds so hard in that hallway, doesn't it?
Exploding. Count goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Torres. All systems go for Chris Sale. He said he felt great after the 3 innings. Next time out, they want him to go 65 pitches. Says he feels terrific. I saw one National League scout who was looking at him the other day who commented after his start, that's bad news for everybody else that he feels so good.
Well, you cannot do it without Sale. The whole thing, the whole shooting match, you just can't do it without him. I mean, Red Sox aren't here just to win a series.
3-2 on Torres. A long look in by Evaldi. Now he steps off. Trying to get together here with Vasquez and what to throw.
That pitch he checked on, that'd be, if he could throw that little cutter slider on the corner, it'd be a beautiful thing right here.
Time.
And now Vasquez has to come out. This is taking a while.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of choices, is there? I mean, you're not going to throw a split finger. It's fastball cutter to me.
He walked the leadoff man. His first walk tonight.
3-2.
He's gone full now on Torres. Sox in front 1-0.
He's not going to give him a sign, but I wonder if everybody else knows.
.98, but flick foul.
98 on the corner. Cross seam. 98. That would qualify for cheese. I guess so.
Here comes the 9th pitch of the at bat for Gleyber Torres. And he flies that one into left field. Brock Holt is there though. Well shy of the track to put that away.
Boy, he just missed that. Boy, you first see this swing here, you just, this is not a very big guy too. He comes inside with the fastball, left it middle, or not middle, but got a lot of the plate, and he just missed it, popped it up. Good at bat.
Long at bat. Here's McCutchen. He struck out first inning. Guy has really been a fine player. Former National League MVP. Won in 2013. Got a runner at first, 1 down. Red Sox ahead, 1-0. Red Sox have lost only 2 of their last 21 series since the start of July. Just took 2 out of 3 from the Mets. Very much a New York theme this part of September, and that'll be a ball. 2-0.
McCutchen couldn't have liked playing in San Francisco. Boy, you can't hit a ball out of the ballpark there. I mean, it's a tough place to hit. Longoria's got the most home runs over there this year with 16.
Even Candlestick was not a whole lot of fun.
No.
Try and hit a ball out of the 2-0. And Drop by Vasquez, but no advance by Walker.
Yeah, Tuesday, September 25th is Pedro Martinez bobblehead night at Fenway Park. First 10,000 fans in attendance will receive a duct tape Pedro bobble presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. For more info, visit redsox.com/promos.
Aaron Judge on deck. Eovaldi has really slowed down his tempo here. He fires that one for a strike.
Remember when Pedro came to town, he said he thought he saw something in his windup, in his mechanics, and right away, I mean, he was all ears to hear what Pedro had to say. This is right in the middle of a year, 3/4 away into a season or whatever. You got somebody helping you
on landing.
On landing.
3-1.
2.
Oh, what a nice pitch, huh? 3-1 cutter. It's filthy. What are you going to do about that? That is paint. 3-1. Nicely done. And hold it there for me, too. There you go.
High fly, but foul out of play by McCutchen.
Boy, these guys, they can get to that gas, can't they? They just light up. I mean, this is 3-2 air upstairs. And he's on it. Ahead of it, isn't it? You can't throw fastballs by these guys when they're looking for it.
Walker edging off first and the 3-2.
Boy, 2 tough at bats in a row by Torres and McCutchen.
Torres eventually flying out to left. Rocco playing very deep in left field.
Isn't he? You can't play any deeper than that. If it's over your head, it's gone.
And he'll do it again on 3-2. You're right about the length of the at-bats. These last couple of at-bats for the Yankees. This is the 9th pitch coming.
Everything's hard. Fastball cutter, hard cutter. What do you got? He'd never throw him a split.
And a payoff pitch again. And he walks him. So he's walked 2 in the inning. A couple of men aboard now for Aaron Judge, who is 0 for 1 with a line drive to right.
They have made him work is what's happened. Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abood, available at Men's Warehouse. TC Jim and Steve will break down Nathan Eovaldi's start.
.26 homers, 61 runs batted in for Judge. He missed 45 team games. That chip fracture in the wrist. Got a big ovation tonight when his name was announced in the starting lineup. And a ground ball to Bogarts to Kinsler. 1 on to first and 2. The Red Sox turn to double play to retire the side.
Yeah, a little cutter there hits the end of the bat. Aaron Judge hacking first pitch. Beautiful. Tailor-made double play. Get out of that inning.
Your long-term solution for weight loss and the official weight loss program of the Boston Red Sox. Sox on top 1-0 going to the fourth inning. Brandon Phillips leading it off.
Ball.
0 for 1 tonight. Then Brock Holt and Christian Vasquez. So the Sox turning 2 in a key spot.
Ball.
They do appeal, no swing, says Chris Guccione. Brandon getting the nod at third base tonight. 2-1. He can play there. He's been an outstanding second baseman, Gold Glover in his career. The Red Sox have committed just 9 errors in their last 33 games. It goes back to August 11th.
They play sound defense. It's something, you know, you don't talk about. You only talk about it if it's bad.
Overall,
Red Sox don't do too many things bad.
Yeah, they've committed just 66 errors, the third fewest in the majors.
There's one of the best, obviously.
2-2 foul tipped and held, and that's strike 3. So Brandon Phillips striking out for the second time tonight.
Yeah, the fastest sport on skates is coming to Boston. Watch as athletes race down a 2,000-foot ice track, reaching speeds of 50 miles per hour during Red Bull Crashed Ice. February 8th and 9th at Fenway. Tickets will be available tomorrow at noon. RedBullCrashedIce.com. Get it.
And for striking Brock Holt. That wasn't an easy promo to get through. I commend you on that effort.
I just babbled my way through it. Tricked him.
Again.
Yes.
Ball, it's out.
Hold 1 for 1. Vasquez on deck. Sox tonight playing game number 151. Slapped into right field. Judge for the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
Boy, Holtz hit the ball hard twice tonight.
Well, the Red Sox on their way to the playoffs. NESN ratings have been outstanding. Another factor in our strong ratings is NESN availability. As you can see, there are more ways than ever to get NESN. To see a complete list, check out getnesson.com.
Yeah, Dave, they're watching TV so confusing nowadays, isn't it? A lot of options out there.
Vasquez took ball 4 in the second.
That's out.
Christian's having a hard time getting going since he's come back off the disabled list, hasn't it? I mean, he hasn't gotten, you know, regular time. It's hard. It's like what Swihart had to do all year almost.
2 for 11 on that last homestand.
That was one of them, was the hit and run.
Yeah, the base hit to right.
Hasn't been easy for Swihart either. Sandy's gotten most of the snaps.
Yeah, bringing up that question, how many catchers will the Red Sox have on the roster for postseason?
All 3.
Got to be fouled back out of play.
You watch all 3. I mean, because, you know, Sandy comes up in the 5th inning, guys in scoring position or whatever, you got to pinch hit for him. You got to have 3. And, you know, Swihart is versatile. Obviously, he can play many positions, which helps, and he can run. I mean, that's not your normal catcher. This guy can get it.
Blake's had some big hits. The Red Sox here in New York for 3, and that's going to be on to Cleveland.
the last team we haven't faced, right? Well, we faced them at home, but I mean,
as far as on the road,
their place, yeah.
Indians have wrapped up their division with 83 wins. Realize the Red Sox have 20 more wins than Cleveland.
Cleveland has skated this year.
Popped to first, foul ground, Walker there, and he'll put that away. And the Red Sox go in order here in the fourth inning. Program. Southwest Airlines, low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. Your local New England Ford dealers, and by Harbor One Bank, ranked the #1 bank in Massachusetts by Forbes. Boy, the weather cleared up nicely.
Thank goodness.
We caught a break. This game originally scheduled for 1 o'clock today. And pushed back to 7. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead, bottom of the fourth inning. Gregorius jumping back out of the way. He's 0 for 1, having tapped to second. Eovaldi getting out of any difficulty in the third inning with a double play ball. Despite walking 2, he got Judge to hit into an inning-ending double play, 6-4-3.
Really, I felt the air though.
See Gregorius going after that high fastball. He was notorious. You know, he never would walk. The guy would swing at everything. This year he's walked a lot more. But he's been in the thick of their lineup. And I never thought of him as being a third or fourth hitter up until really this year.
26 homers.
Yeah.
He's driven an 84. Dangerous guy. Stanton on deck, and then Hicks. And now Phillips, Red Sox third baseman, is going to go to the right side of second base as they stack it with 3 men on that side. Here comes the 1-2. He chased down, he goes 97 to fan him.
Don't even have to throw a strike.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, and life insurance.
See the cutter away, and this fastball up way out of the strike zone. A little hair on it, 97 upstairs, but no chance. DD.
Well, here's Stanton. He's 0 for 1. A little dribbler out in front of the plate. He was thrown out to lead off the second inning.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He swung the bat.
Where's the pitch? That's paint. You know, that's a perfect spot for it. I mean, perfect. Back to high gas again. Back and forth. That's what this game's come to.
Yeah, you want to be able to throw that high fastball.
Yeah.
Out of the zone.
Just show it up there.
The four-seam fastball these days, and that one rattled to short. Sander will dig that.
Nathan.
2 down.
Yeah, tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. DC Jim and Steve will preview the pitching matchup between David Price and Luis Severino. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Hicks with a base hit in the second inning, and it's the only hit so far for the Yankees against Nathan Eovaldi.
Half.
Two down, nobody aboard. Lined and caught by Phillips. He was right where he was supposed to be, and Eovaldi gets through a very quick fourth inning. Ducks beat the Yankees 9-2. Clay Buchholz won his 11th game of the year and was 11-0. Mike Napoli sparking the offense with home run number 22. Well, the Red Sox trying to clinch the American League East for the third year in a row. They can do it with a victory here tonight. In fact, a victory any of these three games in New York. And up 1-0 with Jackie Bradley leading off here in the fifth inning. Red Sox got the run in the third on a sac fly by J.D. Martinez to chase in Ian Kinsler against Jay Happ. Jackie has tapped to second.
You know, you get so used to the shifts. This isn't really a drastic shift. It only gets drastic when the second baseman plays into right field, right? I mean, for the most part, that's when it gets drastic. But this is like the norm.
0-2. He struck him out swinging. One man gone.
Funny swing at a slider. Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC, Jim, and Steve will break down key plays of the game. And you hear from Nathan Evaldi and Alex Cora. Who but WB Mason, celebrating over 20 years of same-day delivery.
Kinsler has scored that only run. Base hit in the third. 1 for 2 tonight. Does have 2 career home runs against Happ. You talk about Red Sox defense and so few errors being committed here in recent weeks. Ian Kinsler has done a nice job shoring up the defense on the right side. They'll tag that one into right center field, but Hicks is there into the gap. 2 up and 2 down.
Yeah, CVS Health is investing $50 million over 5 years to extend their commitment to helping people lead tobacco-free lives and move on with one step closer to a tobacco-free generation. Learn more from cvshealth.com/be-the-first.
Well, Steve Pearce has been troubled for J Happ tonight. Hasn't seen much to swing at. He's walked twice. Sox in front 1-0 in the 5th. Red Sox took sole possession of first place in the American League East on July 2nd, and they have held it ever since.
One of the few changeups you'll see right there. Gets ahead of Pearce. That's a split grip is what it is. Goes straight down. Good pitch.
He hangs in. Yeah, saw that back-to-back. Martinez on deck.
Starting to break out some of that secondary stuff. You can only throw so many fastballs, I thought.
And the 0-2. And a pop-up. Charging in, and Duhar, he is there to put that away. And the side retired here in the 5th. Dealer, and 3 here against the Yankees. As mentioned, 3 in Cleveland. And the final week at home, including a day off on that Thursday. And 3 more with the Yankees before postseason play. And Duhar 0 for 1. He is flied out to right. Bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 Sox. As the Red Sox go for win number 104. Which would give the Sox the division. The magic number to secure Major League Baseball's best record is 4 going into play tonight. Combination of Red Sox wins and Houston losses.
2.
Astros have won 94 games. Sanchez on deck, and then Walker, and the 0-2 from Eovaldi.
Of course. High fastball. And to get back to business.
The only inning he struggled a bit in was the 3rd when he walked 2 men, but he got a double play ball, and then he retired them 1, 2, 3 in the 4th inning.
Back to back.
2-2.
He's had the luxury of facing 6 right-handed hitters tonight too. Kind of get locked in with that cutter. They are always ready. You got to be careful in there.
Eovaldi's last outing was against Toronto. That was his first relief appearance in a couple of years. He went 3 2/3 until that last inning. He was really throwing the ball exceptionally well. And a pop-up on the infield coming in. Pierce. He says he wants it, and he's got it. 1 man gone, down to Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Well, this season we have seen a lot of theme trips, but last weekend was a special one, guys. It was rookie costume trip. Now, I was told that David Price picked out the costumes, and Brian Johnson said that he actually picked out his monkey costume. Sam Travis said that Eduardo Rodriguez was going around distributing costumes and actually placed a Viking costume at his desk, at his locker, excuse me. So both guys said this is a ton of fun. They love it, and everyone gets a laugh. And guys, the rookie coaches got in on this too. Carlos Fables was the Hulk, and assistant hitting coach Andy Barquette was Beetlejuice. Eck, when you were a rookie, did you have to do anything like this?
No, thank God.
How'd you escape that?
I don't know. There was quite a few rookies too. I'm glad they didn't play that back then.
Sanchez gently hit back to Eovaldi. He'll gun over to get him. 2 fast outs.
Boy, he needed that 1 pitch there. That's nice. They're getting hear the boos for Sanchez, huh? A little cutter there, cutter, slider, wherever you want to call it. End of the bat, weak ground ball. Better than a swing and a miss, isn't it? Little ground ball right back to you.
Sanchez 0 for 2. And brings up Neil Walker, who took ball 4 in the 3rd inning. With the bases empty.
But you think about it, back to what Guerin was talking about, them getting dressed up like that. Here's a team that's won over 100 games. And if you're lucky enough to be on this team, you'll wear anything, right? Seriously.
It's a pretty good point.
I mean, I was on a team that was lucky to be 500.
Fouled away. I think they've really gotten into it because the manager's really gotten into it. I think because of Alex Cora's personality. He, by the way, is an all-around sports fan. He loves football, follows basketball, he follows everything. So
who started that theme thing? It has to be Joe Madden.
Well, that was Madden,
right?
Yeah. But other managers are doing it now. Among Alex's favorites was the college jerseys they wore a couple of weeks ago. Everybody loved that one. Bases empty, 2 down.
Didn't Sale have the suspenders, no shirt on? What was that act? Remember? Oh, that was 4th of July.
That was 4th of July. Yeah, that was a keeper.
He
did
went.
He go? He did.
He did.
That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Another good inning for Eovaldi. They go 1, 2, 3. Inning, Red Sox 1, Yankees nothing here. Game 1 of the 3-game series. JD Martinez to lead it off. Red Sox have nailed to 2 hits, but the Yankees have only 1 against Eovaldi. And JD Martinez has the RBI with a sacrifice fly. He's driven in 123 runs. Sac fly played in Kinsler in the 3rd inning, and that's been it. And he'll pop it up with Torres, the second baseman, into short right, calling for that. 1 out in the 6th.
Not a lot of hard hit balls from either side tonight. Both pitchers locked in. A couple of walks that really, and a pass ball that cost Happ. Unearned run.
Well, after the game, stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Rodenizer Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electric. With TC, Jim, and Steve. In the pregame, they highlighted JD as hot entering the game. Andrew McCutchen as cold. Here's how they're fared tonight. Xander has struck out, and he's also flied out. Coming off a nice homestand, he batted .400, drove in 5 runs in 8 games, and hit a pair of home runs. And when you're that close to 100 RBIs, you're thinking about it. He's at 94.
He's just been so consistent all year long. His whole game is consistent. He looked so good against Houston, though. That was a good series offensively.
He had 1 game against Houston. It was September 9th. He reached base in all 5 plate appearances.
You know, when he's got that 2-strike hitting working, he can leave the ballpark.
1-2 from Happ. Happ, a 16-game winner. He is yet to lose since being acquired by the Yankees. That was from Toronto in July. He's gone 6-0. He's run it full now on Xander Bogaerts.
They've got a couple guys in this rotation. He included with Tanaka. Tanaka's really been throwing the ball well. He keeps the ball down as good as anybody I've ever seen.
Nunez on deck. Here's the 3-2. And that one ripped down the line. Out of the warning track, skipping up against the wall. McCutchen will play it there into second base with a stand-up double. Xander Bogaerts. We haven't seen many hit like that tonight. That'll be his 43rd double. Comes with 1 down.
Yeah, 3-2 cross-seam fastball inside. Cleans it right out of there. Head down and just yanks that ball down the line. We've seen a lot of this year. You know, one hops the wall down there. Usually it's the Fenway monster, but 43 doubles.
So at second for Nunez, who has struck out and flied out 0 for 2. And Red Sox looking to double the lead here in the 6th. Eduardo, before that knee became an issue a few days ago, was really seeing the ball well. 1 ball and 1 strike. See if that picks up again now that he's back in the lineup tonight. Does have a little 4-game hitting streak. Bogaerts at second. And the 1-1 from the lefty. Check swing and a foul ball. Yeah, bullpen activity now. It's Chad Green getting going, the right-hander in the pen for the Yankees. A one-out double, a man in scoring position, and it's 2-2.
Look at all those balls upstairs, huh?
Red Sox were the first team to clinch a postseason berth. And tonight, trying to clinch the division for the third year in a row. Here's the 2-2. And he punched it foul. David Price going tomorrow night at 7 against Severino, and Eduardo Rodriguez on Thursday against Tanaka. And the Red Sox headed for Cleveland. Here's the 2-2.
Fighting that off.
The pitch count getting up there now, up to 95 for Happ. Bogarts with the lead at second. Floater into right center coming on Hicks. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Xander Bogaerts will be stopped at third as the throw comes in. The single by Nunez, that'll put runners on the corners with one down.
You know, I tell you, I think Bogaerts had a hard time reading that. That ball was just sort of floating into center field. And Hicks is playing deep. This is a fastball up out over the plate. He doesn't hit it all that well, but Bogaerts doesn't take off right away because you'd think he would score easy on this. You see Bogaerts turns around and kind of skips a little bit. He can't score from this because there's no way if he gets a jump, there's no way you throw him out. Meanwhile, one out, first and third.
And he made a gesture across the diamond at Nunez when Nunez got to first base, like,
sorry
about that.
Yes, yep. Exactly.
Had his hands out, like, I didn't read it very well. I'll see if the Red Sox can bring him in anyway. Brandon Phillips says struck out twice. He is 0 for 2. Red Sox ahead 1-0. Only 4 hits for Boston, just 1 for the Yankees, though.
Yeah, Phillips trying to put the ball in play, punched out 2 at bats.
You know, Brandon Phillips does nothing else other than what he's already done for the Red Sox this season. That dramatic home run in Atlanta. You know, he's done quite a bit that one game. But I know he's not feeling that. He's trying to add on.
He wants to prove he can be in this roster.
He's got the count his way, 2-0.
I give this guy all the credit in the world doing what he did. Been around, what, 16 years in the big leagues and go down in the minor leagues? Are you kidding me? You got to really want it.
Riding those buses?
Please. With all the iron he has, he wants to win.
Yep. Fighting his way back to the major leagues. First and third with 1 away in the 2-0. And he popped him up. On the infield, Torres along with Gregorius. Gregorius called off, and Torres will make the catch. Runners will hold at first and third, and 2 down.
Yeah, this could be a big play when you go back to it. See Bogaerts on the base hit there by Nunez. He stutter steps too many times. Just didn't read it, you know, and he knows. You know, as a hitter, you look at the guy and say, hey, sorry, man. Not an easy thing to do. I mean, it's, you know, easier said than done up here. But he turned around. He was playing deep. You don't want to get doubled up, that's for sure.
So Brock Holt trying to salvage something in the inning. Twice he's hit the ball hard. He has single and line to right. he'll look at strike one. Runners at first and third.
Brock's hit the ball as hard as anybody in the lineup off of Happ tonight. Has he got another line drive in him?
Oh, and 2. That one disappeared on him.
Back-to-back sliders. Slider for a strike, slider in the dirt, and he's hacking. Another slider, high fastball. Take your choice.
Struck him out with that nasty slider, and the Red Sox will strand 2 base runners. Dunkin' Coffee for a chance to win great prizes. No purchase necessary. Ends October 15 while supplies last. For game piece and official rules, make sure you visit sippeelwin.com. Dennis Eckersley, Dave O'Brien, and Garrett Austin with you as we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Red Sox missing a chance to add another run, but they have a 1-0 advantage.
Boy, you got to like the way Eovaldi's throwing the ball tonight, huh? Obviously good velocity. That's always there, but the cutter has been there too. Very consistent.
Ripped, but a foul ball by Torres, who's 0 for 1.
Yeah, off the bat, Bogarts doesn't get a good read, so he turns and looks at Hicks and he dekes him. Puts the glove out. I guess just something like that could hold you up just for a fraction of a second, and you can't try to score on it. Again, you know, here you are, your buddy saying, "Sorry, man, that's an RBI, but could have been a 2-0 game."
Torres, then McCutchen and Judge, who has returned to their lineup tonight in this inning. Line drive down to the corner. That's going to continue to roll. Holt over to cut it, but it's going to be off the wall. And it'll be 2 bases for Torres as he scampers into second.
Yeah, that's the second back-to-back ugly sliders, cutters, whatever it is. You can't give him 2 looks at it. He already waffled one down the line foul, and that ball's just spinning out over the middle of the plate. And he does exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Rips it down the left field line. Double easy for Torres.
So that leads off the 6th inning and brings up McCutchen. Over in the National League, for a long time, he was a big RBI man. He has struck out and taken ball for it tonight.
He's had a good at bat last time up, got a walk, worked for it.
Former Pittsburgh Pirates star. Fly that one to center field, and Jackie Bradley has it lined up. The runner's going to stay put at second. Torres not going anywhere. One away. Time for a game break now, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Here's TC. Tom, thank you very much. Well, here comes Judge. He's lined out, and he's also hit into a double play.
Yeah, he swung. He's seen 2 pitches and swung at both of them.
See if he takes something here. Gregorius on deck. The double by Torres, just the 2nd New York hit. 98 and past him.
Yeah, that's some hair upstairs. Back upstairs again.
Fly ball right field, heads deep into the corner. Martinez there and will make the catch right up against the 314 mark as Torres tags and advances down to 3rd. That is out number 2.
This place gives you a heart attack, huh? He's late on a fastball. I'm saying this ball's going to get out of here. I mean, look at this. This is high gas back to back, and he's late. I mean, he's so late. It's almost like he's fighting it off, but he gets in the air and you go, oh my goodness, Yankee Stadium. JD's there. Thank you. I mean, this is ridiculous, even to give you a pause, right?
Ooh, 314 feet. Well, here's Gregorius now, 0 for 2. He's grounded to second and whiffed. Runner at third. So Eovaldi trying to hold, gave up the leadoff double. Torres is now down to third base. Torres really darting down that line on the delivery by Eovaldi. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. To 71 pitches now.
That used to bother me when the guy used to run down the line there at third base. Forced me to go to the stretch sometimes.
And he's going almost halfway down that line.
I know, it's like it can get to you a little bit.
Green's been up. Robertson joins him now in the bullpen.
But everybody you would think would want to go into the windup. You've got more power. This volley, obviously, power pitcher. Boom.
That'll be in there for a strike at 97.
97 cutter?
It's a hard cutter.
I think he just missed his fastball to the air. That
might have been it.
That's ridiculous. He's on the side of it, though. He's on the. That's how hard that thing is. Hardest cutter in the history
Throws
of the world.
a harder cutter.
Nobody.
Two 2-1.
Look at that thing.
Well, that's pretty filthy.
It is. I mean, he is geared up big time. I mean, because this is it. This is his last out. He's not going any more of this. Back-to-back cutters from hell.
Will he go back to it here?
Or his high hair or hard as you can cutter. He's hacking. He's in swing mode. God, he swung at a fastball about neck high last time up for strike 3. What are you going to do? Cutter. High fastball.
2-2. 100.
Tell me he's not geared up.
A little bit.
This is the end, and I'm going to leave it all here. What this is. Just can't get ahead of yourself.
Trying to get a really fine hitter here for the 3rd time tonight with the tying run 90 feet away.
You don't have to throw him a strike. Hit him.
That one gets through, and yep, it is a hit batsman.
Thank goodness.
So they're going to send Gregorius to first base. He gets struck by the pitch, and Torres back to 3rd.
Thank goodness it hit him, because no one was going to catch that thing. I mean, he is so geared up right now. He wasn't going to throw, lead that ball over the plate, and he just yanked that cutter.
Dan Levangie coming out.
I'll tell you, and Gregorius wanted to swing now. He wanted to swing. This ball's at his kneecap. Got him in the shin, just nicked his shin, but that ball is going to go back to the backstop. Look at that thing. There's no way. I mean, he's in the way. He would have had a hard time catching it if he would have got out of the way. And so back to business against Stanton. That's a good mound visit right there. You got to get locked back in again.
Giancarlo Stanton is 0 for 2. He has grounded out twice.
This guy's scary right now.
.34 home runs. 2 on, 2 out. Sox up 1-0.
You see, he's only thrown 76 pitches.
Well, absolutely no activity in the Red Sox bullpen. With Torres and Gregorius aboard. He takes ball 2.
Yeah, you just don't want to make a mistake.
Aaron Hicks on deck.
Stanton looks like he's got an idea this at bat.
The 2-0. Foul back.
Boy, he left that thing out over. The 2-0 slider right there.
Stan won the MVP in the National League last year, hitting 59 home runs. 2-1.
There it is, perfect. The ball is cutting so hard. Little teeny cut right on the corner. Just swings over the top. He's reaching for it.
He's put a couple of those right on the black tonight. They were unhittable pitches. Now the 2-2. Red Sox are going to get Joe Kelly going in the bullpen.
Sometimes I think we go upstairs one too many times. Let's take care of business here. Yeah, throw another cutter. Yeah, of course.
Facing a guy who strikes out a lot. Here's the 3-2. And just made contact to flick it foul.
funny. He has that slider he throws 87, 88, and the cutter could be 92 to 90. As we've seen, that one cutter as hard as you can go.
97.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
Torres at third, Gregorius at first. He struck him out.
Bring it.
97 to put away Stanton and freeze those runners on the corners.
Out Stanton at the plate, gas way out of the zone. You see this cutter just misses, slider away, 2-0, gets away with one right there, and then he goes back to that cut. Perfect cutter, 93 miles an hour, high cheese just to let him see it. That's another cutter on the corner, and he blows them away with high gas. Thank you.
Old Dominion, the official freight carrier of Major League Baseball and the Red Sox. Man on a mission is right.
Boy, he was feeling it tonight, wasn't he? Just his body language.
No question.
Ball out.
So that's his second gem against the Yankees. Keep that in mind.
Something about facing your old team, too.
Yeah.
Always.
And that lineup back on August 4th, his second start, he dominated the Yankees at Fenway, 8 scoreless innings, and tonight 6 scoreless innings. There is Chad Green out of the bullpen. He's been awfully good for the Yankees, a 1.91 ERA as a reliever. One of 4 active pitchers with at least 100 relief appearances who have that kind of an ERA under 2. Zach Britton, Richard Blyer, and Craig Kimbrell are the others.
Yeah, this kid's special.
Ball down.
Vasquez has walked and popped up 0 for 1.
The ball's not down. That's a strike.
I love the fact you can debate the umpire.
It's easy.
You can hear
It's
Fairchild's.
He said it's down, right? No, it's not.
Chad Fairchild pretty descriptive back there.
Time.
Well, he you know, most of the time a pitcher will look in there and go, where was it? Well, you already know. He told you it's down.
Sox up by 1 here in the 7th.
Every time I see Green, I can't help but think about the wild card game last year against Minnesota. He came in to clean up an inning in the first inning. Severino was a great move by Girardi. I think it was the move of the game. And he punched out 2 hitters. I don't know who the hitters were, but It was 3-0. Minnesota went ahead. That was a key move.
Kind of gutsy.
Yes.
Grabbing your starter. Now, you know, if a guy in a wild card game is scuffling, here's the 2-2. Socked to center field, pretty well hit, but Hicks is back to make the catch.
He hit that ball good.
One away.
Tonight at the Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, we'll have a full recap of tonight's Sox game. Plus, we'll have the latest Bruins preseason news from Boston and China. NESN Sports Today is presented by People's United Bank, where the technology is as helpful as the people.
Brandon Workman beginning to loosen up out there. He's been awfully good. Eovaldi was terrific.
He really was.
Jackie Bradley with a high fly, but not all that deep. Judge is back there. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. Time for our refreshing finish, brought to you by Coors Light.
Well, this is the 3rd inning. You see that one of the few breaking balls that half through, got a base hit there by Kinsler, and then the balk. I mean, they were all over this balk.
That's the balk.
And then see the sac fly by J.D. Martinez. Just does his thing, but he's been doing all year long. There's no way Judge can throw out Kinsler, too much speed. And that's the only run of the game.
Way back in the 3rd inning, Kinsler who scored that run. Batting here with the bases empty, 2 down. Yeah, Happ was tough, as he typically is, but the Red Sox got the one off him.
Thoughts out.
Steve Pearce on deck. Happ did not give him a whole lot to swing at. Pearce took a couple of walks while the lefty was out there. Here's the 2-1. Rattle right up the middle. Torres, the second baseman, will throw him out. And the Sox go in order here in the 7th. Home, a Titan Truck Month event. VA Healthcare, serving those who serve. Visit NESN.com/veteran to learn more. And by Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Turned into a lovely night here in New York. And the Sox still on top 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Nathan Eovaldi certainly did his job. He was outstanding over 6 innings, allowing the Yankees all of 2 hits. So now it's up to the bullpen. This quality start brought to you by BioFreeze.
Well, we saw it all night from Eovaldi. He was feeling it right from the get-go. High gas there to McCutchen, Sanchez, another high gas to Didi. He's gone. Walker, cutter inside. Couldn't hold up in that fastball. That last pitch, big pitch to Stanton. Get some handshakes after that.
BioFreeze, pain relief that works. Red Sox ownership on hand tonight, hoping to celebrate another division title. But it is up to the bullpen. Brandon Workman, who's been really solid, to take over. Right-hander, of course, has World Series experience, so he knows how tough October can be and how to be successful in October. He earned his 6th win in Sunday's win against the Mets.
I mean, he has been steady all year long. Workman, we talked about it before. He had to go up and down a few times. It hasn't been an easy run for him.
But a 1.50 ERA in his last 17 appearances. So taking over here in the 7th, a 1-0 Red Sox lead. Aaron Hicks will lead it off. He's singled. He's also lined to third.
He's always had that hook. I love that hook. That's a strike. I got to have that.
And Duhar on deck, and then Sanchez. Hicks has hit 24 home runs.
Man, there's some serious bite on that hook, too. Meanwhile, it's 2-0.
Big overshift around to the right. And he's gone to 3-0.
Well, he didn't give in.
Frazier along with Bobby Pointer working in the pen.
Gonna piece this thing together the last 3 innings.
Eovaldi got a huge K of Giancarlo Stanton with 2 men aboard in the 6th inning. By the way, the 200th strikeout of the season for Stanton. Here's the 3-0. And Hicks taking in for a strike.
See him come all the way back after going 3-0.
Only 2 Yankee hits. Hicks has one of them. Torres has the other. He checked his swing, and that's ball 4. So Hicks on to lead off the inning.
Boy, he took his shot, 3-1 hook. He threw 4 hooks, all down.
Time to check out the results of our Dunkin' Donuts poll question. Which team would win a wild card game between the Yankees and the A's? And here's the answer tonight. The A's get 79% of the vote. What a shock.
I wonder why.
The A's are playing some very tough baseball. Right now, they have fallen 4 games behind Houston in the race in the American League West. And Duhar has gone 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped up.
Hicks can run a little, but this team just doesn't run.
Big swing and a foul ball, nothing in one.
It's one thing that the Yankees really don't do is run. Hicks has got 10 bags, Gardner's got 15, so that's pretty much half of what they've done, 60 stolen bases. Farther into this inning he might take a shot, but not right now.
Being held by Pierce at first. Here's the 0-1. It's stopped by Vasquez. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Duhar has 66 extra base hits, 3rd most in a season by a rookie in Yankees history, behind DiMaggio and Judge.
Imagine having that kind of year. May not even win the Rookie of the Year.
Yep. Robertson already in the Yankee pen.
A throw over, I assume. Nope.
2-1. Been a tense one tonight.
Yeah, he's putting himself in a hole here. Got to come up with a big pitch. The old hit and run pitch, 2-1.
A big hole on that right side. Red Sox turned a double play back in the 3rd inning when Judge was batting. 6-4-3.
That's in.
He's had trouble with his curveball tonight because that's his go-to.
Sure is. 3-1.
Now what are you going to do? He just walked Hicks on a 3-1 curveball. What are you going to do now? 3-1. Little slider cutter.
Popped it up.
Thank you.
Here comes Pierce with room there near their dugout. He's got it.
Oh, that is huge.
Boy, and a 3-1 pitch.
Oh, that is a huge pitch.
1 down.
Don't you think he doesn't know that? 3-1. That ball just cuts just enough, keeps on the outside part of the plate, and he reaches for it. Not a real good swing, 3-1, but just an aggressive hitter trying to make something happen.
That'll send up Gary Sanchez, who has struck out and grounded to the pitcher and heard some boo birds when he did in the 5th inning. He's also been charged with a key pass ball in this game. There's been a big balk as well.
You can't forget the runner.
Sanchez has grounded into 10 double plays.
He could just get that curveball for a strike. It makes the at bat so much tougher. You get a curveball for strike 1, you're in the driver's seat, but he hasn't been because of it.
It's one of the rare times this season.
Right. That's his whole gig.
Hicks the base runner at first with 1 out. And a 1-0 to Sanchez. Runner goes. It's a strike and no throw. And he's into second base without having to slide.
And you've seen so many pitches leading up to taking off right there. He had them all. He had them read perfectly because he's gone. I mean, he was gone. What a jump. Forget about it. almost like they let him have it. Everybody knew he was gone. Did you see the slider right there? That's a strike. Even with that arm by Vasquez, no chance.
Well, the second inning in a row, the Yankees have had the tying run in scoring position.
Third.
See if he still trusts that curveball.
Brazier and Pointer looking on from the pen. Here's the 1-1.
Yep.
Ball no.
The appeal, and that's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, he stuck to it, man. I tell you, that's his bread and butter. He's not going to change lanes.
1-2.
He throws that hook in the dirt. He's not going to try to throw me, get me over curveball. That's a biter. And Sanchez does him a big favor. You see that thing? That's got some bite on it. Straight down, not even close, but. That's who he is.
One ball and 2 strikes on Sanchez. Gets a time here from Fairchild.
Do you have to throw a fastball up before you throw the curveball again?
I don't think you have to.
No.
Ball.
Oh.
Close.
So that's tough to frame that. You know, the bite on it. Ball inside corner. He tries to, though. You see, Christian just tries to hold it right there. I mean, that is so close. It's as good as you can frame it.
2-2. Lefty hitting Walker is on deck. 3-2.
There you go. You got to put the ranch on the curveball here.
Just can't hang it.
He hasn't hung any of them. Everything's been down. Just balls.
He'll be able to throw it for a quality strike. Three and 2 on Sanchez.
Sanchez wants to swing.
And he walked him. So that'll put runners at first and second. Court coming out with a left-hand hitter. Walker coming up.
Just struggled with his curveball tonight. Workman, we've seen him pitch so much better than this.
Yeah, that was a battle, and it's going to be Brazier. So he wants that big fastball against Walker, the scheduled hitter. Red Sox with a 1-0 lead, but the Yankees threatening again, first and second in the 7th inning with 1 away.
Yeah. Workman didn't want to make a mistake for the most part.
Time now for Built for Baseball, presented by T-Mobile.
This in particular, he had already walked the first hitter on a bunch of curveballs, and a 3-1 pitch to Andujar. He pops out a little cutter. That was a huge pitch at the time.
So Workman leaving behind 2 base runners.
Well, here comes Brazier once again. I mean, they've been leaning on him really since they called him up a long time ago. You see the numbers. They're as good as it gets. He relies on that big fastball, 97, and a little hard slider that he gets guys to swing and miss.
He made his debut with the Red Sox on July 9th, his first major league action in 5 years, but 24 of his 29 outings have been scoreless. He tossed a perfect 8th inning for his 9th hold on Saturday against the Mets. That was his 4th consecutive scoreless appearance, and
I mean, he's worked his way into being the guy that does it all. I mean, you know, he comes in the middle of innings, late in the game. The only thing he doesn't do is close.
You know, Walker tonight has walked and he's whiffed. He is 0 for 1. In particular, these last couple of innings have been high anxiety for the Red Sox pitching staff. Hicks at second, Sanchez now at first. Red Sox up 1-0 in the 7th.
Very intense at bats. Eovaldi had a ton of them.
Frazier ready. And fouled back. First pitch 97.
Yeah, right from Jump Street, he's humping right there, 97. It seems like it's always there. Walker punched out on a cutter last time from Eovaldi. Got a lot of high fastballs and then a cutter. Yeah, you better get it right. This is a good time to know.
Walker with decent pop. He's hit 9 home runs.
Got to play him almost straight up, a little up the middle with Bogey.
And the 0-1 for Frazier.
Timeout.
Nathan Eovaldi, 6 outstanding innings, just 2 hits, no runs. Now the Red Sox into their second man out of the bullpen in the 7th. Hicks and Sanchez leading away. Here's the 1-1. The 2-1 pitch to Walker now. He won't chase it. 3-1.
Yeah, he sort of spun that breaking ball. He's trying to watch the runner at second. He's having a hard time throwing strikes. You don't want to make a mistake. A lot going on. And you never really want to shake to something. You want to get it and throw it. So you better be on time.
3-1.
Yes.
And in there for a strike.
He threw a little two-seamer. See that thing run back over?
At 95.
That is a beautiful thing. 3-1, little two-seam piece that runs back over the plate. Nicely done. He has no feel for his breaking ball. Gotta be gas.
Payoff pitch to Walker. High fly ball right field, that is out of here. Neil Walker with his 10th home run of the season, a 3-run shot. 2 walks and then the blast.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a feel for his breaking ball, and he didn't. Look at this. This is a spinner cookie, middle, and I mean, it's gone as soon as he swung. Yankee Stadium? Are you kidding me? That's a 3-run Johnson that hurts.
Here's Torres. He's doubled and flied out to left.
No.
You know, he threw a slider earlier in that count, high and away. He didn't really have a feel for it. Made a great 3-1 pitch. He didn't know what to do from there. That's home run number 10.
And a 1-0 is popped up. Pierce coming. And underneath this in foul ground for out number 2. That pitch selection Frazier will see in his nightmare.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Yep, the hanging breaking ball.
You know, you didn't want to make a mistake. You're trying to be fine, you know. And
sends up McCutcheon, who's gone 0 for 2 of the walk tonight. So 3-1 New York.
when you go out to the mound enough, and you know, you always got your fastball going 97. I mean, it's tough to have them both every time you walk out there, and you can't make a mistake. There's no room for error.
That's in there for a strike on McCutcheon, although so often we hear after moments like that, later on a pitcher will say, well, I wish I hadn't gotten beaten on my second best pitch.
Got it.
Throw 97, 98.
That's why when I look in 3-2, I don't want to have to shake to something. I want to hit it and go because there's conviction there.
No.
Of course, he inherited 2 base runners on ball 4s. And the bullpen gives it up. The 2-1 to McCutcheon.
Perfect pitch. Great location. Doesn't get much better than this. Right where you want it. Almost unhittable. You know, Workman struggled, right? Didn't have his curveball. That cost him 2 base runners.
Sure. And those first 2 men to score.
Oh.
High fly ball into left field, but no carry on this, and Holt's under. And Brock's got it for out number 3, but a 3-run homer by Neil Walker as the Yankees in front at the end of 7. Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital for every Red Sox home run this season. Speedway is New England's first choice for value and convenience and the largest convenience store contributor to Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Maybe one of the points is Benintendi comes up to hit and Robertson comes out of their bullpen. One of the points of discussion after the ball game might be the decision to not bring Pointer in, to turn Walker around and bat him on the other side of the plate where his numbers are significantly worse. Instead, bringing on Workman, who scuffled with his command. Eventually, that man hitting a 3-run homer. As Benintendi takes ball 1. So here against Robertson, used a lot, and he's been very effective at .289 ERA.
Yeah, to say the least. Opponent batting average $175. I'll tell you what, this kid has gone through a lot. He had to take the place of Mariano Rivera. To me, that's probably the toughest job anybody had to replace.
Yeah, sure. Best of luck.
And he did a nice job, and then went to the White Sox for a couple of years.
He's a strikeout guy, you know, 87 Ks and 65 1/3. Here's the 2-1. So Benintendi, then Martinez, and then Bogarts. It's been a night off to this point for Mookie Betts. He hammers that one right to Walker. He'll flip onto the pitcher for the out. One away in the Sox 8th. The attendance tonight, 38,695 at Yankee Stadium. The game was originally slated to be 1 o'clock because of the weather concerns, and those proved to be very valid. The game was moved back to 7. JD Martinez has driven in the only Red Sox run on a sac fly back in the 3rd inning. He's 0 for 2. Sox with 4 hits, the Yankees only 3, but one of those a 3-run homer.
And all it takes here in Yankee Stadium is count how many guys are on base, and if you go bridge, what is the score? Because it could happen anytime. Walker be getting his 10th home run. They got 11 guys with 10 or more dingers.
Socked into left center field. Hicks trying to run that down, but it's going to drop in and get by him. All the way up against the wall. Martinez to second. He's heading into 3rd. He's trying for 3rd base. He's going to get there, sliding in. JD Martinez with 3 bases. And the Red Sox have another runner 90 feet away.
Well, he really didn't need to go all the way to 3rd, but he did. He read the thing. It's right in front of him all the way. You saw that Hicks was playing him in right center just a hair. He hits that ball in the gap. And he tries to cut it off. Bad angle. It goes all the way to the wall. So JD's going pretty good right from the get-go. And he lines it up pretty well. He says, I can get 3 here. Not that it's needed. It's not the tying run, but nevertheless, it's a triple.
His 2nd of the year. So Xander Bogaerts 1 for 3. Will try and pick him up. A double in the 6th inning for Bogaerts. He'll look at a strike. One man away. Nunez on deck. Aaron Boone's team sitting at 91 wins, 91 and 58. And yet 11 and a half behind the Sox going into play tonight.
Imagine trying to chase the Sox all year long.
And the devastating sweep of the Yankees at Fenway in early August.
That Sunday game, they came back 4-1. Big game. Chapman kind of lost it a little bit.
Lunging pop-up on the infield. That will not get it done. Walker is there. And 2 down. Nunez will be next.
Good breaking ball by Robertson.
Eduardo Nunez tonight as the DH, 1 for 3 with a base hit. And Moreland has come to the on-deck circle. And he would hit for Phillips. So 2 down.
Timeout.
Cuevas along with Kelly now in the Red Sox pen. J.D. Martinez standing off third base with 2 down and a 1-0. Took a big swing. 1-1.
Pretty much hanging slider, just spinning in there. You gotta get lucky sometimes as a pitcher too. Every mistake you make, if they hit it hard, you'd be in serious trouble.
One to Nunez. High fly ball down to left field corner on the move. McCutcheon, long run for him, and he will make the play. Nearly overran it.
Yes.
Staggered a bit, but he hauled it in. And that's all for the Sox. 3-1 Yankees. Good 6 innings, 5 Ks, just 2 hits. Half over 6 innings. Allowed 4 hits, 1 run did score unearned against him. Yankees got a big 3-run homer from Neil Walker off of Ryan Brazier after Workman had walked 2 men in the 7th inning. So 3-1 New York. Some changes now. Benintendi taking over in left field. Brock Holt now at first base. And Cuevas, the new pitcher, made a spot start in place of Hector Velasquez Friday night against the Mets. He took the loss. He went 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned. First start of his major league career. Taking on Aaron Judge here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. He's had a quiet night in his return to the lineup. He's gone 0 for 3. Gregorius and Stanton to follow. So you've got to wade through some heavy home run bats.
Not exactly the perfect time to come into a game. I mean, this is as tough as it gets.
Zach Britton, the left-hander, loosening in their pen. Two and two.
Yeah, nothing but breaking stuff to this point. Oh, back to the. He doesn't want that high fastball.
2-2 to Judge.
3-2.
Pretty much 5 off-speed pitches.
So all filled up on the big right fielder.
Oh no.
Did he offer? Yes, he did. That is strike 3. Guccione's been busy over there tonight, getting that fist in the air, and Judge is down on strikes.
Boy, he rung him there. 3-2 slider down and away. I wasn't quite sure from this angle. Obviously, you see, ball's a ball, and the only way you're going to see it is from here. Yep, got the head out. Hey, look at him peering over there. Kind of knew he did.
One out. Here's Gregorius. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. 0 for 2. Three runs, only 3 hits for the Yankees. Of course, one big one. 1 run on 5 hits for the Sox. Neither side has made an error.
Haven't seen a fastball yet. I don't know if we're going to see one. Not that it matters.
Made him move his feet too high, and that actually hit him. So
again,
he's been hit for the 2nd time. Tried to dance out of the way, but Gregorius gets drilled as he was in the 6th inning.
I think this is a curveball that never was. The curveball that never was, that ends up off of his front toe. Can't get out of the way.
So here's Stanton 0 for 3. Last time up, he struck out with a couple of men on base in the 6th inning.
That was a huge strikeout at the time. Valdi's last pitch. We're talking about salad here. We have not seen a fastball.
One out and one on here in the bottom half of the 8th, and the 1-0 pitch to Stanton. And again, no fastballs. The curveball in.
That's just all soft salad.
Cuevas made his major league debut with the Sox 2 years ago. also part of both the Tiger and Miami organizations. And it's 2-0 to Stanton. Foul tipped into the mid. That was a slider.
It wasn't where he wanted it.
Gregorius off the bag. Brock Holt, the first baseman. And the 2-1 from Cuevas. Rocketed but foul. As you said, he tends to hit the ball rather hard.
His feet come out from underneath him right here when he gets this line drive. So I'm digging at the dirt. Like, how do you almost check this swing out? Watch his feet. Whoa.
Two and two.
Tried to slip it, but that was a changeup. We have yet to see a fastball. It's incredible, huh? In this day and age.
You're right.
I was about to say he's going to slip the cheese by him. It was changeup.
84.
I'm not slipping that by anybody.
So Gregorius getting his lead at first on the 3-2 pitch. He's holding.
Oh my God.
He drive down the line, but he yanked it. That's a foul ball.
Oh, second tank, whatever, third tank. Foul. That's a faraway tank.
Yes.
Changeup. Running back at him. Oh my goodness. Oh. Far.
Try that 3-2 again. And a high fly ball into right center field. Playable. I should say Bradley back there along with Martinez. And Martinez makes the play. So 2 down. And that'll bring up Hicks. Hicks in this one has single, line to third, and walked and scored. He was one of the 2 men who took ball 4 in the 7th inning at the hand of Brandon Workman, who would score on the home run by Walker. And he's hit 24 home runs. So 2 out, 1 aboard. And due up for the Red Sox in the 9th inning. Phillips, Holt, and Vasquez.
Hit 15 of his home runs left-handed out of the 24.
Hammered foul at home plate.
There's a fastball.
We were almost shocked.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And Duhar on deck should it get that far. Gregorius the base runner. Grand total of 8 hits in this ball game, and the Sox have 5 of them. And a 1-1 from Cuevas.
I've seen them tossing the ball into the stands, but not the second deck.
Yeah, you rarely see that.
You ever see that?
The 1-2. Well, he thought about it, and he stayed away on the changeup. Just 81 miles an hour.
You think his arm was hurting the way he's pitching tonight, huh? He just refuses to throw fastballs, and I haven't seen him enough to know exactly what he features, but you're bound to throw more than that. And he's thrown what, 19 pitches? I bet he's thrown maybe 3 fastballs.
Maybe. That's out of the ordinary for him. Will it be enough to get out of this inning? Here's the 2-2. And fouled away. That was 90. Red Sox coming to New York for this 3-game series, needing to win just 1 time in the 3 games here to wrap up the division.
Surprised they haven't tried to run. Didi's got 10 bags.
It's a 2-2 pitch. He's holding. And it's foul tipped into the mitt and held by Vasquez. He struck him out. Red Sox coming up. Britton coming in.
Yeah, 1 bad pitch tonight by Brazier. 3-2 slider. It's right down the middle, and he pays for it. Walker hits a 3-run Johnson, costs the Red Sox.
And coming in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now it is on to the 9th. Britton coming out of their bullpen. Echeverria taking over at 3rd. Yeah, Brandon Phillips has gone 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. He will lead off the 9th. Made his Yankee debut on the 26th of July against Kansas City.
Been very fair with the Yankees, not really himself. Throws a lot of balls. Hard to lay off that hard sinker, though.
And man, when he was good, he was great.
Unhittable.
Converted 60 consecutive save chances between 2015 and 17. Second longest streak in Major League history, behind Eric Gagne, who had 84. 2 strikes on Phillips. The swing and a miss, strike three. Sanchez has to go and get it. He throws the lunge, and he's out at first base. So strikeout of Phillips, one man gone.
Sanchez having a hard time. I don't blame him, catching strike three. Ball goes all the way back to the. And look at the throw. He makes a long throw. Luckily, he has enough time, and the stretch by Walker.
So one away in the ninth inning. Here's Brock Holt now, 1 for 3 with a base hit. Tomorrow night, David Price on the mound in the middle game of the series at 7:05 against Severino. And on Thursday, Eduardo Rodriguez against Masahiro Tanaka. One for Britain.
You gotta wake up. You're pitching tomorrow night.
Christian Vasquez on deck, the 2-1. Red Sox will take a base runner any way they can get it. You mentioned that Britain can be wild.
I mean, he has a hard time throwing that sinker for a strike. He does. If guys don't swing, he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's going to be inside for ball 4. So the Sox have that base runner.
Mike.
Brock Holt is on.
That's why when Britton was on the market and the Red Sox were considering him, I was afraid of his ball 4 with him. I really was.
Well, Vasquez will hit for himself here. A walk, a pop up, and a liner to center. Hit the ball hard the last time up.
Yeah, he stung that ball to center field.
It's like Sam Travis has come to the on-deck area. He would hit for Jackie Bradley.
There it is.
Ha.
Britton in 36 1/3 has walked 18 men. He just put Brock Holt on. 1 down here in the 9th. And a stop by Sanchez to keep Brock at first base. Sox trying to rally here against the Yankee bullpen. Five hits for Boston, only 3 for the Yankees, including a 3-run homer by Neil Walker. And a ground ball to third. Echeverria will start it, and he throws that one off the glove. It's into center field. Holt is up and running. He's going to stop at third base. Well, that looked like a game-ending double play.
That's exactly what it was an easy double play ball. You just got to make the transfer, and Andujar makes the throw. He makes a tough little pick. He kind of came up on it a little bit, but the throw, Echeverria, I'm sorry, throws it away past Torres at second base. I don't think it was all that bad of a throw by Echeverria. You see the throw. I mean, he gets a glove on it, but let me see this throw. Is it that bad? Yeah, it's behind him. You think he would have got at least one, but he's expecting a better throw. That's a game. That's the game right there.
The game is still alive. So the Red Sox, with 1 out, have men at first and third. And Lynn, the runner, for Vasquez at first. Of course, representing the tying run. And what a golden opportunity for Sam Travis.
Oh, that is a beautiful thing there. That air by Echeverria. Make them pay.
By the way, it's a fielder's choice and an error on Torres.
There you go. It wasn't that bad a throw.
First error in the ball game for either side. One away.
Ball, it's out.
You know, if you're looking to just get one, you catch that ball.
Kelly up in the bullpen again. Travis has been a guy who's hit left-handers in his major league career. 327.
Well, you got to try to, he's hard to get the ball in the air off of. But you got to get yourself a strike. I'm telling you, he's shoving that sinker in the ground just to stay in shape.
Kinsler on deck. Holt at third, Lynn now at first. And Britton with a 2-0.
Yeah, you think you're on it and you top it. It's pretty much a 2-0 sinker middle, and he tops it.
Well, Red Sox have the tying runs aboard here in the 9th inning. And a 2-1. That's across for a strike. Even up on Travis.
A tough pitch to hit. That ball's on the black outside corner. He makes a pitch. How about a 3-run Johnson right back at you?
Kimbrel also up in the pen. And a 2-2. He buried that one for ball 3. Dylan Betances is throwing in the bullpen for the Yankees. As true as it ever was, these two teams grind away at each other.
You know, he's got to throw a strike. He's had a hard time throwing a strike. It's 3-2. He's got to throw a centerpiece. I don't think he can.
Three-2 to Travis.
He did.
He got a piece of it to hang in there. Also got a piece of the umpire, Chad Fairchild.
Once again, 3-2 sinker. That ball's got plate. Good pitch. Right off the left hand of Fairchild. Got to do it again. Can he do it again? But you don't want to take strike 3.
Yeah, do not leave that bat on the shoulder. Here's the 3-2. A little dribbler back to Britton. He'll fire down to second. He threw the way. Brock Holt is in to score. They're safe at first and second. Now they've got an injury too. That makes it 3-2.
Yeah, and Lynn's not going anywhere. Stay right there. I thought he might have spiked Torres.
Torres is up, and they wave off the manager and the trainer. But the Red Sox are on the board again.
I told you Britton had a hard time throwing strikes, and he winds up and throws it away. Once again, Torres can't get to this ball. It's up the baseline. That's why he can't reach out there and get it. Got the runner in the way, spikes him in the glove. I don't know what else he hit, but he didn't get up right away, and it's a 3-2 game. 2 errors in this inning.
Wow. Fielder's choice, that's an error on the pitcher. Torres getting spiked as well. And a run in. Brock Holt comes in to score. And still only one away, and it's a one-run game.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Travis becomes the runner at first. Lynn down to second. Now Travis will come off, and Swihart will run for him. Boy, are the wheels turning in this one.
The ball was hit so soft that he just wound up. He's trying to get one out at second base, but he couldn't throw him a strike. I mean, as a relief pitcher, you never really have a play to second base all that often. You just don't. I mean, as a starter, you get more plays, but you could go a whole season without throwing a ball to second base.
Man, they've had 2 opportunities to end the ball game on a ground ball, and have failed. And now Kinsler, who has gone 1 for 4 with a base hit. Lynn at second, representing the tying run, and Swihart at first. And he will take ball 1. So the Sox have scored a run. They've had 3 base runners in the inning without the benefit of a hit.
Well, there's more times than not you're going to hit the ball on the ground off of Britton if he throws strikes.
Here's his 1-0. And a comebacker. Another ground ball. He throws that one on target on the first. And the double play will end the ball game. Well, they open the door, but Britton gets the twin killing. And in the end, the Yankees hang on by their fingernails to win it by a final score of 3-2. So no clinch tonight as the Yankees take game 1 here in the Bronx. TC.
Fingernails is right.